beautiful. It is New Year's Eve 2020 and we are about to embark on a new year. And I just wanted to send a special message to you to thank you for being a part of our community, whether you are doing our classes or you're following us along online. You are a valuable part of our whole community. And I just wanted to thank you so much for your support over the year and also share some thoughts with you as we go into this new year. I know that 2020 has been hella hard for a lot of us. Most of our lives have drastically changed, whether we're working from home, we've got our kids at home full time, or you're like me, where your business had to completely pivot multiple times. Everybody has had to change somehow. So I know that we've seen a lot on social media of people who have done X, Y, and Z and all of these things that people have done in 2020, but not everybody has done that, and that is okay. So I just want to remind you, we made it through one of the hardest years most of us will have ever lived through. And so celebrate that. Celebrate the fact that you're still here and that you are getting ready for a new year. But I also want to remind you that just because the calendar changes, it doesn't mean it's an entirely new you. It doesn't mean the entire world is going to change. It is a stroke of midnight. But with that said, this is also a really good time of year to just take stock of our lives. What's serving us? What's not serving us? What are some of our dreams and aspirations for the future? I'm starting to think about those things. I think oftentimes we end up being in survival mode. And I know for me, allowing and creating a space to dream again has been really impactful throughout my journey. And I think a lot of times we keep stuff bottled up inside of the things that we want to do and the things we desire, and there's actual purpose in actually getting it out loud, maybe even writing it out. So typically what I do this time of year is I create a vision board. It's not a list of New Year's resolutions. It's the things that I see for myself, the things that I desire, the things that I want, and they have to do with my career or my business. They have to do with who I am as a woman. They have to do with the things that I want to do with my life. They have to do with the things I want to achieve with my body. So whether it's deadlifting a certain amount of weight or moving more or showing kindness to my body, there are so many ways to express love for ourselves. And I want you to be mindful of that, because this is the time of year where we see so many things about new year, new me, lose your weight, you got to lose weight, you got to do this, you got to do that. You don't got to do any of that. You got to focus on you and what your heart's desire is and what you want for this year. So if I can suggest anything, it's just to take some time over the next week and just take stock of what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, and start working on removing the things that don't make you happy or aren't serving you, and start focusing on the things that do. And if you know that there are certain things that you do in your life that bring you joy, that make you feel empowered, start finding ways to incorporate doing more of that in your everyday life, because it'll make a really big difference and it will impact the rest of your life as well. I know most of you have heard my story of getting out of an abusive marriage and going on this whole journey to self-love, but it didn't always look like this. It was very difficult in the beginning, and I literally had lost every part of my identity. I was no longer a wife. I also lost my job, and I had to rebuild my entire life. And most of my life, I did everything out of self-hatred. I exercised because I hated myself. I starved myself because I hated myself. I would avoid food because I hated myself. Instead of what I've learned over the years is when you do things out of the filter of self-love and the motivation out of self-love, it literally transforms everything. So if you want to get your beautiful body moving this year, do it because you love and appreciate and value your body, not because you need to look a certain way as society says. If you want to take a new course, if you want to try a new skill, if you want to take up a new hobby, think of those kinds of things as well. New Year's is not all about, I want to look this way by the end of the year, I want to do this, I want to do that in terms of your body. There is so much more than your body. You are more than your body. There is so much to you. And when you can tap into the fact that you're already amazing as you are and just work on refining the things that make you happy and removing things that suck joy out of you, you're going to find by the end of the year, life looks much different. Life looks much happier. And I think the other thing at this time of year is we are very all or nothing. So it's like we got to change everything in our life all at once. Nobody can really maintain that. So try this year to think of small little changes you can make throughout the year that are going to make a big impact in how you feel your confidence, your strength. And that doesn't just mean with working out or with your body, it means every area of your life, because you are worth figuring out what it is that brings you joy. So I just want to send you a personal message and wish you all the best in 2021, and go into this year being grateful of the lessons you've learned in 2020. Take into the new year what serves you, release what doesn't, and we will be here all year long to help you on that journey to self-love. We have our first challenge starting on January 11th. It is a 6-week challenge. Again, we don't focus necessarily on what most gyms focus on. So the goal for you is to help you build your confidence and strength. So what's included in our 6-week challenge is you get 6 weeks of unlimited classes, so you can choose whether you want live and on-demand classes. You get both with our all access, or just on demand. Choice is up to you. And then you also get a prep video, so how to set your mindset going into creating new routines, how to create new routines, basics of fitness, things to just get used to and comfortable with. And then every week you'll get a self-love and confidence coaching video based on the things I've personally walked through to get to the place of self-love and confidence that I'm at. All the information is on our website, fitnessbysarahtaylor.com. We hope you will join us and journey along with us and our amazing community of women who are on the same journey to self-love. Again, I wish you all the best in 2021, and we'll see you soon on the other side of the screen.